All right, I show that it's 4:30, so we'll call to order the City of Bella Vista Board of Zoning Adjustment. Call the roll, please.
Ellis.
Here.
Farner.
Here.
Pleasant.
Here.
Sudbury.
Here.
Portillo.
Here.
Lloyd.
Here.
All right, we do have a quorum. Next up on our agenda is our regular meeting minutes from April 13th.
I make a motion that be accepted as written.
Motion from Farner,
Second.
second from Sudbury. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Meeting minutes are approved. First on our regular new business tonight is zoning variance 2026-64566, a variance request to allow for an electronic messaging sign in the C1 zoning district at 1990 Forest Hills Boulevard. Planner LaRue.
Good afternoon, board members. Yes, so this property is located in west central Bella Vista, just up the road here along Forest Hills. The applicant is requesting a variance to allow an electronic messaging sign to be installed on an existing sign. The applicant states that the size and arrangement of the site is more consistent with zone C2, local commercial, and that an electronic messaging sign at this location would be similar to other signs in the immediate area. Forest Hills is a major arterial per the master street plan and is surrounded by moderate density residential, local, and mixed commercial districts. Despite the other church properties having been rezoned in our recent zoning amendments, the Lutheran Church was not included in this update and would be considered grounds for undue hardship. The intent of the new sign regulations was to allow more sign types in these neighborhood commercial zones, and therefore would be keeping with the spirit and intent of the ordinance. It should also be noted that it is the intent of city staff to further amend the sign code to allow these signs in the neighborhood commercial zone. If the board approves the request, staff notes that the sign shall meet all electronic messaging standards, including size and illuminance. There was no public comment at the time of the report, and all legal notifications have been met. Staff is recommending approval.
Any questions for staff? All right, is the applicant present? If you would, you can go ahead and you'll have 10 minutes to address any comments or concerns from the staff report or add on to it as you see fit.
Sounds good. My name is Josh Jones. Everybody calls me JJ. I work over at Best Sign Group in Rogers. And Bella Vista Lutheran Church has hired us to help facilitate this new sign project. And, you know, we've kind of been looking at this from a couple different points of view. When the code was rewritten last December, they were under the impression that they'd be allowed to have this sign moving forward. They were a little shocked and surprised when they were told that that wasn't the case because they were zone C1. The idea behind this is, you know, we can have pretty much three options to facilitate this sign. We either apply for a variance, which is what we chose to do first. We could try to get a rezoning for them, but again, that's gonna take more time and effort, so we'd like to go this route first. Or we could wait and see if C1 will be allowed to have electronic signs. Again, that's waiting for an unknown period of time, so we're choosing to do the variance now. There's 4 other churches within a mile and a half of Bella Vista Lutheran that have these existing signs. They just want to have equal representation so that they can get their message out. They do events pretty much on a monthly basis. So a temporary banner permit type thing just isn't feasible because there's only allowed to have 4 a year. Plus the location of it is putting it back towards the building instead of by the road, so it makes it harder to see. So the electronic sign is just our best option at this point, in our opinion. And so we'd like to ask you to approve this.
Thank you. Any questions for the applicant?
Not for the applicant, but staff maybe.
Okay, you had your chance on that.
No, but
You missed it.
I missed it.
Okay, we'll get back to it here in just a second.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, as this is a variance request, we do have to conduct a public hearing. If there's anybody in the public that would like to address the board concerning this request, please come up, state your name and address for the record, and you will be allowed 5 minutes to speak. All right, seeing none, we'll go ahead and close the public hearing portion of this. The applicant come back up to the podium. We'll give you an opportunity to add anything else you want to, but I do believe we've got a staff question, so maybe let's ask that real quick.
I'm just curious how that got missed, that church got missed in the zoning. Was it an oversight?
It's not an oversight of zoning. The zoning was done based off the future land use plan that's adopted. What we were also shocked to see is that the EMCs in the table for EMCs specifically, you'll see that there is an X where he's highlighted at EMC. We were also under the impression that all sign types would be allowed within the commercial zones, and so that's why we spoke about this at the work session.
Mm-hmm.
The intent of it was to allow within a commercial zone to have an EMC, just like our old code. We weren't aware of that downzoning that was taking place in terms of signage, and so
Looks like it was an error on this particular chart right here.
well, I think, the intent from our consultant was that the lesser commercial zones shouldn't have the flashing or moving light or illuminated signs. That's the only thing we can think of when it comes to intent, to keep the illuminated signs that move within the more intense commercial zones like C2 and C3. However, that's just assuming, based off best practice, why that was done. But yeah, we intend to bring this forward to you guys to allow this based off the work session conversation we had 10 days ago.
That was the rest of my question. I know we're looking into doing something about the signs.
Yep,
Okay.
this is one of them.
Yeah.
All right, any other questions?
I have a question, probably for city attorney. How are we, if it's not allowed, how are we going to grant a variance to permit something that's not permitted?
Well, it would be correct me, that's probably more of a Taylor question, but you can't, the usage of the sign is dictated by the zoning. So by allowing a variance of that zoning requirement, you could authorize it.
Okay, so I guess I'm confusing use types with the sign, okay.
There are other zoning
Like-
categories than just use requirements other than that.
This
All right.
is just that we're varying a requirement within that use.
Yeah, I'm clear on that now.
Okay.
Thank you.
We could not allow a church use if it didn't allow it in the zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that now. Thank you.
Any other questions? All right, if not, can I get a motion to approve zoning variance 2026-64566?
So moved.
Got a motion from Farner,
Second.
second from Portillo. Call the roll, please.
Portillo,
Yes.
Floyd,
Yes.
Wesson,
Yes.
Sudbury,
Yes.
Farner,
Yes.
Ellis.
Yes. Staff will get with you all on the next steps to getting your permit. Thank you all
Thank you very much for your time.
Next up, we have zoning variance 2026-64402, a variance request on tree preservation requirements for a single-family home served by sewer in the R1 zoning district at 5 Powick Lane. Planner Grady.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Commissioners. This property is located in the northeast area of Bella Vista, near the Arkansas-Missouri state line at 5 Powick Lane. The applicant, Chad White, is requesting a variance to the tree preservation requirement for a single-family residential sewer lot due to unintentional overclearing during the initial start of construction. Per section 109.114E7 states, for development sites served by sanitary water, existing natural vegetation and tree canopy must preserve a minimum of 25% of the lot. The surrounding properties are single-family residential to the north, south, east, and west of the subject property. The future land use plan designates this area for future neighborhoods. The master street plan classifies Powick Lane as non-classified. Staff does find not all three criteria has been met. Since the applicant has not adequately demonstrated the three approval requirements in their submitted letter and has not provided an as-built survey. Staff finds that no hardship has been demonstrated that was not self-imposed by the applicant. However, the applicant has shown a willingness to accept responsibility for the overclearing and work with the city to address the issues. No public comments have been received. All legal notices were published according to code requirements. The weekly Vista, April 22nd, and a public hearing sign was posted on the property May 1st. Staff recommends approval with the following conditions. A stamped landscape architect plan is provided showing native tree species, both shade and ornamental, being planted in the required areas to restore what was cleared with at least a 2.5 inch caliber, if I could talk this evening, my apologies. And also the plan and plantings must be done prior to the issuance of a C of O. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions for staff? Well, it appears we do not have an applicant present tonight.
That is correct. That is correct. He is not here. I received an email towards the end of the day, would have been about 4:15, letting me know that they were not going to be present.
Okay. Well, with that, we'll go ahead and conduct our public hearing. If there's anybody in the audience. Yes, ma'am.
I had a staff question.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Does this code section not provide for some type of penalty if the property is not in compliance?
I don't think it has a penalty.
Like a zoning violation?
Well, is there anything that tells us if they do what they did by clearing too much, what's supposed to happen?
Like, there's not a process, but there is for all zoning code, there is a process of which you write a citation and then the court.
If it was non-compliant, then they couldn't be given a building permit. That would be sort of the practical enforcement of it. My question for the staff is, can't they just go to Lowe's and buy some trees and plant them and add the trees back to the yard?
No, not under current code. And that's one of the things we also talked about at the work session, providing a process for this situation. Because the only process is, well, you get a variance, but it's like, what's the hardship if they cleared the lot? And it's like, well, you're kind of backing someone into a situation where there may be no answer. And so one of the items we talked about bringing forward in the audit is to create a process for if there was an accidental situation that would require or allow plantings to get them back up to the preserved percentage. Because the code says native vegetation or the natural vegetation shall be preserved. That is what he's seeking a variance on. It wasn't preserved, it was cleared nearly to the line. And so.
I can tell you, most other cities, they have a penalty per tree removed.
Well, I mean, we have a general code provision
Zoning
for
violation.
for
Right,
violations.
but
We'd have to treat it like that.
But I mean, like, if you look at the tree preservation code for Rogers, Bentonville, and Fayetteville, I think it's like $5,000 for each tree removed illegally. And it's substantial. And then you have to do the landscape plan with a licensed landscape architect and revegetate it. I mean, it's expensive to take down trees you're not supposed to.
I have a question of staff. So they got a grading and erosion control permit? And as part of that, did they say they were gonna clear the whole lot, or did they say what degree of clearing they're gonna do, or any of that?
Yes. Yeah, when they submitted their plan, they had plans to do the required, as you can see on the screen at the moment. However, the individual who went out to do the clearing cleared it as if it was a septic lot, which would be 10% rather than the 25% that we require.
So there was a problem between the owner and the contractor that.
The bulldozer
Correct.
operator had no idea what he was doing. He just did what he was.
Certainly there's civil liability there on that.
That's what
That's
I'm
beside the
saying.
point.
Yeah.
If there's penalties in place, don't make sure the bulldozer operator knows what he's doing in the future.
I would need to do some legal research to determine what all the potential penalties could be in this circumstance. I just don't know off the top of my head.
Do we know whether this is the first time this builder has done this?
Yes. According to our research, yes, this is the first offense. Yes. And I will say too, as soon as the builder learned that this had happened, they called us immediately to address the issue. It wasn't something that we found out on our own.
Okay. Are they self-reported?
Yes.
Okay. All righty, with that, we'll go ahead and conduct the public hearing for zoning variance 2026-64402. If there's anybody in the public that would like to address the board concerning this request, please state your name and address, and we'll give you 30 seconds.
Not 3 minutes?
No, 5.
Larry Wilms, 109 Mayfair Drive, Bella Vista. 2 points. One, is there any requirement in our code for replantings like this, for them to maintain them for a certain period of time to ensure that they survive?
No. Not yet.
Okay. Secondly, I would like to ask the commission to amend to incorporate stiff penalties for this action in the future. along with something to maintain those trees.
We will figure that out at a future date.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Seeing none, we'll go ahead and close our public hearing. I hate to take action with conditions without the applicant here to agree to them, so unless there's a board member that feels differently. So what do we do, table it? Table it.
Well, yeah, in addition to the fact that they couldn't be bothered to be here, they also couldn't be bothered to submit an application that included all of the things that needed to be included.
Sure.
And I agree that one of the things we do in the county planning board is we do require when vegetation is to be added, that it needs to be maintained for, it's either 2 or 3 years.
Understand.
Our general is 1 year for landscaping, sort of current code.
Oh,
1 year from C of O. Yeah, it's short. Typically, the best practice standard is 3 years now, so that's also something else we are adding to the audit.
but the staff recommendation doesn't even include that.
For the maintenance bond,
No, yeah, it's, you know,
would you like that added?
if we were to vote on it, I would say that they need to have a time period for which these should be maintained. Because if you just put them out there and you don't water them, then they die. We haven't accomplished the original goal of the code section.
That would be for a separate code thing. I think right now all we have is what our code will allow us to do, right?
Well, if the board wants to add additional conditions that staff did not recommend you guys.
Yeah, well, I think we can take care of that when the applicant's here and make sure that they're actually gonna agree to this stuff. If not, we're not gonna grant the variance, and I don't know where that's gonna leave them. But I'd like for
Right.
them to be here as a part of the conversation.
Do you need a motion to table?
I do. I was gonna call for that here in just a second. So, all right, with that, I'll accept a motion to table zoning variance 2026-64402 to the next meeting, providing the applicant's present. So with that, can I get a motion?
So moved.
Got a motion from Portillo, second from Farner. Call the roll, please.
Sudbury,
Yes.
Farner,
Yes.
Portillo,
Yes.
Lloyd,
Yes.
Plesson,
Yes.
Ellis.
Yes. All right, thank you. That ends our new business for tonight. Is there anything for open discussion?
Staff does not have anything at this time.
All righty. Well, with that, we will adjourn our Board of Zoning Adjustments. All righty, let's call to order the City of Bella Vista Planning Commission. If you would, call the roll, please.
Ellis,
Here.
Farner,
Here.
Plesson,
Here.
Sudbury,
Here.
Portillo,
Here.
Lloyd.
Here?
All right, we have our consideration of meeting minutes from April the 13th.
So moved.
Got a motion from Farner to approve the minutes.
Second.
Second from Klesson. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, meeting minutes are approved. Next up, we have our public input session. If there's anybody in the public that would like to address the commission for tonight, that would be for any published or unpublished business. If you would come up and state your name and address for the record, and we will give you 5 minutes to address the commission. All right, seeing none, we'll go ahead and close the public input session. We have nothing under unfinished business. For new business, we have waiver 2026-64571, a waiver request of subdivision design standards associated with plat 64375, and then plat 2026-64375, Planner Hyatt.
All right, thank you. This property is located in the southwest area of Bella Vista and is the Gardenstown subdivision. The applicant is requesting a waiver of Chapter 107, Article 2, alongside the proposed final plat. Again, they were requesting to split a portion of the property between the previously platted lots of the Gardentown subdivision, which would create 50 new membership lots. Those would range in size from 426 square feet up to 1,628 square feet. And they would have private development restrictions that would not allow any development to happen on those, as well as a reciprocal easement to access all the sites. The Gardentown subdivision was previously platted prior to the city's establishment in the 80s. And again, was requesting a waiver for Chapter 107, Article 2, which is the subdivision design standards. So they're requesting no infrastructure, sidewalks, street improvements, anything like that. However, if you recall the discussion that happened in the work session meeting, they were going to bring changes forward. They still intend to bring changes forward, which would move those lots. So they are requesting to table to the next meeting.
All right. And we have no applicant present, so we have a request by the applicant to table both. We need to vote on each one separately, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can I get a motion to table waiver 2026-64571 to the June 8th meeting?
So moved.
Got a motion from Farner,
Second.
second from Sedberry. Call the roll, please.
Boyd,
Yes.
Plesson,
Yes.
Sudbury,
Yes.
Farner,
Yes.
Portillo,
Yes.
Ellis.
Yes. Or abstain.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Mark that as an abstention, please. Then we need a motion to table final plat 2026-64375.
So moved.
Got a motion from Farner,
Second.
second from Klesson. Call the roll, please.
Plesson,
Yes.
Sudbury,
Yes.
Farner,
Yes.
Portillo,
Yes.
Floyd,
Yes.
Ellis.
Abstain. All righty, that ends everything for new business. Next up, we have committee reports.
None at this time.
All right, anything for open discussion?
I did just want to point out, I sent you guys an email to your planning commission, emails about a free event for the CNU, or the new urbanism event that is going on here in Northwest Arkansas this week. It kicks off tomorrow. I'm sure maybe one or two of you, we know Crafton Toll is a large participant this year, but there is an event that I sent you guys via email last week or the week before, I can't remember. It was before the planning commission meeting or work session, so I think it's been almost 2 weeks since I sent it. But on Saturday, this Saturday, the 16th, there's a free event that is open to the general public, especially adjacent to those that are involved in development, planning commissioners, board of zoning adjustment, policy officials, you name it. They're inviting anybody and everybody, and they're doing free programming from 8:30 to 4:30. I have the schedule, they just released it, it's finally been done. When I invited you guys, it hadn't been finalized yet, it was just the time frame and the location, 8:30 to 4:30. But now they have every hour to 30-minute increment of the sessions that they're offering for this Saturday. Essentially, they're trying to get as many people as they can in the room to help educate with the regional growth situation that's going on here in Northwest Arkansas, ways that your local planners and engineers and architects are working to combat that, and best practices in local areas on how maybe future strategies can be used to continue to address it as we continue to grow towards 1 million people here in Northwest Arkansas by 2050. So I have those handouts here with me if you want to grab one on your way out. You guys can take a look and see if it's anything you're interested in. There's some really good speakers that are lined up for this free content on Saturday. I just wanted to make sure you guys were aware of that. Then I also have a flyer for an event that's tomorrow night too, if you want to grab that as well on your way out. But hopefully we see some of you guys there, some if you've signed up for the whole event, or if it's just Saturday.
Isn't
Staff will be there.
Saturday's in Fayetteville?
Yes, it's at the Ozark Ballroom at the town center.
I'm going to Little Rock for the week.
That sounds fun.
I won't be there.
That's it, that's all I've got for you.
All right. With that announcement, City Council work session will be Monday, May 18th at 6 p.m. Their regular meeting will be on May 26th at 6 p.m. And our Planning Commission work session is scheduled for Thursday, May 28th at 4:30 p.m. That's Memorial Day week, by the way. And the Board of Zoning Adjustments is scheduled for June 8th at 4:30 p.m. So we stand adjourned. Thank you all.